You know what I don't get is how can a knife like this cool also be like such a great deal? Sure, okay. Maybe it's not the most practical of knives to carry at work, unless you're a full-time ninja, of course. But man, this thing's a good time. I mean, can you imagine like being at work, okay, and one of your coworkers needs their sandwich or something cut in half, and then you go and whip out this Boker Kalashnikov OTF? Man, that reaction would be priceless. Hey, I'm Jay. Thanks for stopping by. Up on the screen, I got some specs for you. They're all measurements I went ahead and took myself, but hey, don't worry. I'll have them listed for you down in that description along with the links to buy, and don't forget about the coupon codes. Now, I'm going to give you a little peek behind the curtain. I got a new sponsor. I am very proud to now be affiliated with BladeOps. And, if you're not familiar, they are like my go-to retailer for OTFs and automatics. I mean, they got lots of other knives too. And I love their selection. They always seem to have, like what I'm looking for in stock. Their shipping is friggin' fast, and they have some of the best exclusives. Here's a few quick comparisons just so you can get an idea of the true size of knife we're working with today. So first, I got it next to the Benchmade Bug Out, which makes it look a lot larger than it actually is. Now, we should probably have it like maybe next to one of its own. So here it is with the push button Kalashnikov automatic, which also makes this look really big. Now, would you just look at that blade on this OTF? Mercy! It's a double-edged dagger in D2 steel with a black stonewash finish. Now, online, it's listed as having a 3.5-inch blade, which is actually, that's the length of the sharpened edge. So, but if you go ahead and measure like the entire piece of exposed blade, all the metal, it's a hair over 3.5. And they did a good job on this factory edge. I mean, it's evenly sharpened with it's got a wide bevel. Now, you're not going to believe this because I was sure surprised to see that this, look at that. Yeah, it's actually made in the United States. Now, I know it's not the first Boker Plus to be made here. I guess, I just assumed it wasn't. I fully understand, that this handle design is, it's intentional. I mean, it's made to resemble the push button Kalashnikov, but they definitely, they give you a lot of handle to hold on to. I mean, especially, look at it when you compare it to like this Microtech UTX 80. Or how about an even slimmer OTF that's also going to be available at BladeOps? This is the whole Counter-Strike. It's got aluminum scales and a Tanto blade, 20 CV steel, and yeah, the link to buy will be below. Now, you want to hear something funny? I went ahead and I showed this knife to someone, and they thought, get this, they thought it was so cool that it had a built-in ink pen. I mean, I swear to God, they even tried to go ahead and write with it. I mean, I felt terrible like telling them it was actually a glass breaker, but man, was that funny to watch. Do I think this Boker is, too bulky? No, it's just one of the first things that I noticed, right when I got it out of the box. Man, is it comfortable though. I mean, it feels like it was made for my hand, and I'm talking about like Mannix 2 type of comfort. Yeah, it's that good. It's a two-piece aluminum construction, with a seam that isn't all that easy to see, which really, that's impressive at this price point. But we're going to get to that price here in a second. And I really had to look at this close, like under really bright light at first glance, because I was thinking, no way is this thing monoblock construction. I mean, even the Microtech seam isn't this tight. And you know what? There's about a $200 price difference between these two knives. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this thing. But you know what? There's just a few things that I think Boker did a better job with. And get this, as of this recording, BladeOps, they're selling this for $109. That's the cheapest price that I've seen anywhere online. Now, I don't know how long that's going to last. So, hey, if you're at all interested, you might want to jump on it now before that price changes. I got to admit, I really like that they went ahead and used like T8 Torx screws for the construction, and not these like triangle screws that, Microtech likes to use. So, you can go ahead, you can take this apart if you need to. But, I personally wouldn't take it apart because I know I'll never get that thing back together. But, hey, you do have that capability. The slide button, it is, you know, it's kind of tall, but it is so friggin' easy to operate that double action. And, you know, I think the jimping on it is just, it's absolutely perfect. It's not too aggressive, yet it's got some great traction, really holds on to my thumb so it won't slip off, you know, like during deployment. The Microtech, now it also has some great traction, but it actually, it starts to hurt a little bit. Like after I do like consecutive open and close cycles. But this double action, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, and I'm having a hard time like noticing a difference. Yeah, like between the two knives. I mean, both of these things, both of the blades fire super fast. Now, I realize this might be a little nitpicky, but listen to this. Yeah, the Microtech button, it kind of rattles like when I tap on it. I mean, clearly hear it. The Boker, look at that. Nothing. I mean, I know it's minor, but, you know, I thought it was still worth mentioning. You know, while we're at it, let's check the Hogue. Nope. Totally silent. We get a one position deep carry pocket clip, so unfortunately, no, there's not going to be any lefty love today. Now, saying that calling this tip down is a little bit deceiving because, well, you know, on a folder, this would actually be, well, the tip up position, but since it's an OTF, it's tipped down. And this does have like that, you know, that safety feature. So if you go ahead and like try to open it up against something, that blade, it won't completely open. And then what you have to do is you like give it a quick shake and then it goes right back on track. And let me show you what I mean with the Microtech here. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and open it. Piece of wood. Yep. Now you can see it's kind of off track, so it slides around. And I got to do this off camera because I got to give it a big shake. You hear that? Yep. Now it's back on track. Good to go. And, you know, if for some reason you're not really, you know, feeling the whole blacked out theme that's going on here, there's going to be two other versions that BladeOps carries. So you can get it in either OD green or there's even a white aluminum handle, and those sell for just under $100. Links to those will also be in the description. To be honest, I think that this is it's a true bargain for an American-made OTF. I still can't get over that. Yeah, American-made out the front with like excellent, I mean, it's got excellent fit and finish and action. Oh yeah, I mean, it just feels expensive. So, you know, if you're thinking about maybe getting into out the front knives, hey, this is a great place to start. Or even if you already own a few, you will not be disappointed. I know I sure wasn't. All right, right about now, there's going to be a video on the screen that I personally picked out for you to go ahead and watch next. And hey, if you haven't already, consider subscribing if you're looking for knife reviews. They get right to the point. All right, I got to run, but hey, thanks so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.